Hello, 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 hello. What do we got there? We got Arc Yusuf Curse. How are you guys doing? What is this? Ooh. Got a little bit of two. Okay, that's me. That's me. Okay. Let me also put it up there. Text chat in voice. Dismiss that. Hello, hello. All right. Game. What's that doing here? Oh my god! One of my neighbor got. I think he got like a. He got like a dog from our shelter or something, and it's crazy. It's keeping. It's continuing to go on and on and on and on and on. Why isn't my voice coming in here? User setting. Voice default. Hello? Hi. Oh, whoa. That's not it. That's there we go. That's better. And this one needs to be voice. All right. Okay.
Testing if I'm audible.
You are? Shark didn't bite me. No. Shark was good. Shark was behaving.
All right. I can't hear Adi over the Discord.
That might be me. How about now? No? Still nothing?
Oh, nothing.
No? Okay. Test. No. I am, well,
Very softly.
very softly. I can't raise myself, so you have to raise me on your side. I came here for the low bio.
All right.
Ooh, let's go to Bajor, guys.
Bajor. All right.
Yes, Bajor, please. And also let me give you guys the game up there. And also let me put up some sounds. Sounds, streaming music.
Now I hope that the game does not crash as much. It has been very buggy last week.
Really? Why? Sorry for that. Hey, King. I did see something from Cryptic, I think a tweet or something, that they were looking into all of the crashes that it was. But I think that was in the weekend.
I had a couple of crashes during the week as well.
Yeah, stability on these things. Definitely not the best one. All right. I am at instance the first one. Let's see how many people we got here. 5. Okay. So everybody should be able to join up. And we got Kamar over there. Nice. I got an AFK penalty for the game crashes. I honestly have been playing since last Tuesday and I didn't notice. Kind of the same thing. I'm actually just doing the event, the TFOs. Wow, this floor is really shiny. Did they make changes?
It's not supposed to be that way, I think.
Yeah, what is it? What is up with this? This is like a mirror. That's crazy. Heavy connection issues. We'll be back when I get home. A few days ago, a bug on SD allowed for people to fight each other, and the NPCs and my current members fell in battle. That sounds like a very, very old bug. We used to have that in the circular ESD, the old one, where we still had the blue overlay, the blue user interface. There was some kind of jump or some kind of like weird thing that you could do on Chronos, and then apparently you could transport into the Federation ESD, and then all of the NPCs were obviously automatically your enemies, so you could kill them, or at least try to, or force them to be somewhere else. So people were like trying to turn in contraband, and the NPC was just gone, or he was dead.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good evening to you.
All right, we got 4. We got a group. All right, let's go. Let's do some randoms. My join random does not work. Because Kamar. Do you guys also are doing the event, or are you just skipping this one?
No, I'm just doing it. Even though I now got the grand prize already for the long-term event.
Mm-hmm.
I got myself a couple of those T6 100% discounts.
Nice.
I still need 600 more points for the event before I'll get it, so probably the next one.
I actually don't know how much I have. Yeah, something like that. 400, yeah.
Let's see.
Those tier 6 tokens that you got, they're going to unlock the ship on your entire account, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it worthwhile.
I got only one ship of the two of only one of the two I have used, and that's for completing the Jem'Hadar set of 4.
Nice.
I did not realize that the last one that I got is that ship that actually is your ships that you got as a bigger ship.
Oh my god. Ooh, okay. I actually never used this event ship, the jellyfish.
It's fun.
Is it?
It's really fun. Especially
Only-
especially in matches like the Kobayashi Maru mission, it's really fun to use.
Okay.
Only it seems to entice a lot of rage in other users. For some reason.
Why?
Like I got called out for using trash and stuff and needing to get a real ship.
Oh wow.
And
Me
I'm
too.
like, hello, I'm here with my Ba'ul sentries around Bulgarian.
It's actually that's actually tempting to do for the once I get the event tokens or whatever, to just
Yeah.
try and get the battle ship for the sentries for my jellyfish. If I can actually get it from the premium ships list.
Yes, it's in the list. But
Because
I
I-
can tell you it does not stack with its own abilities. There's one big downside to it. Its turning circle is one of the most horrendous I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, when it's in jellyfish mode at least.
No, even in normal ship mode, it's one of the most horrendous.
Yeah, personally, I haven't really noticed it that much. Then again,
Well,
I fly big ships for a living, so
The Ba'ul is pretty big, and pretty much everything else just turns faster already. On the other hand, it's a very colorful ship.
if you really want to say it's technically also the slowest ship in the game in jellyfish mode.
Okay, so that thing is a toggle then.
Yes.
It doesn't do it like automatically or at a certain
And
intervals.
the beautiful thing is, it never cancels.
Yes, it does.
Well, it does when you take a certain amount of damage, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's on a timer too.
No, I haven't noticed that. So far, I've been running around with it without it ever running out. Unless I change that.
It looks weird with the engines that you have.
But yes, it can still move in jellyfish mode.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh wait, I can actually do this. Oh no, it then auto changes me back. Or did it?
Nope. Yeah, you're good. You're just bopping up and down like a bobber for when you go fishing. It's
Well, it may be a bit wasted doing it out here, but it works.
Oh, it's so cool.
Alright, moving
Oh,
to a
Jesus.
better position.
Ow, ow, ow. Stop it. There are a couple of ships that I still haven't used, and not just like ships from events, but also the what's it called? Garrick's ship, plain and simple bundle, Keldon cruiser. Just not having STO that much of a fun time anymore in STO. You know, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, something is gonna explode. Ugh. Where cares, lower your shields and surrender your keyboards. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Are you guys still having a little bit of fun in STO?
That's a hard question. I must say I've lately really not been enjoying myself.
Yeah, same.
I'm only really around to do the events and that stuff.
Yeah. I find it hard to do, like, normally I do like a lot of grinding. You guys seen, like, you know, my character logging in and out. And especially as of now, I have like been not working since the beginning of October. So what is that, like a month already? Honestly, I've been like playing Raft so much more than just STO.
To be honest, the game I've been playing the most recently has been Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good stuff about that game though.
It's, I must say, I was originally apprehensive, which was not helped because I played the game on original release, so when it was still back at 1.0, when it was a really bad game. And yeah, they completely redid the game and it's been made so much better.
Nice. Yep.
Like yesterday I've been playing a quest line in the game, which is literally nothing else but a story being told. No fighting, nothing, just a story you have to follow.
Okay.
And it's entertaining on such a ground level, but it is very hard to describe what it is other than pure insanity.
Okay.
And for those who know the game, the Hildebrand line. I'm pretty sure those who hear the name know pretty well what I'm referring to.
No idea. I never played it, to be honest, but it's kind of different than what we normally do. But it's kind of like the lack of content it's kind of like not really appealing to me anymore. Because it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's boring, but it kind of is. Right? You kind of have been doing everything and anything in the game already for ages and ages.
I'll admit, the missions they put out are good, but they are just too slow and too far in between when they come out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Skylar, I actually played the Old Republic up to having legendary character, and I've played up to the newest content, but it's also like the tiny little bits that you get now. It makes it not fun to play either. It's pretty much the same as STO now.
Yeah, one episode per year is not enough. Nope. No, it's
I just wish they would bump out like one episode every 2 months or so, but yeah, that will never happen.
yeah, I talked about this like in other live streams as well. They did like a month or maybe like 2 months or 3 months. They did like a test run. If they could like bring out episodes every week, let's say on a Thursday or on a Friday. And these episodes weren't very big, but it was something new to do in the game, and it was the community actually loved them because there is something new in the game, but they just couldn't. They couldn't keep up. They couldn't make the episodes like every week. And this was back in the day that they actually had enough people on their team, not just like 2 people in their environmental team, but when Cryptic was like booming. And now, as of late, I'm kind of like noticing a trend with that just like boxing ship into bundles, and it's like, yeah, this bundle is really good. That is correct, Curse. They downscaled even from 2 to 1 person. Crafting is fun. Oh, it's fine. Don't know about that. Kumar has been like in Sentry mode from the beginning of this this TFO. Hasn't moved for anything. Yes, we're at Beja right now, or at least we're going to. Haven't seen Adam yet. Yeah, he's busy. He's doing his thing. What do we got here? Oh, there he is. He's in space dock. Hey, we also got Genji up here. Nice.
So I'm actually still considering what second ship to buy for the final coupon that I got. Thing is, I already have quite a lot of them. So I'm like, what should I get? Get something weird.
You want some advice? Or you want to like?
I'm more like, for example, we have a couple of Gorn ships in the list, but I have no idea if they're any good.
Gorn ships?
Yes, like the Agamas multi-mission surveillance vessel.
The only thing that I can think up that's not like Federation related is the Suliban carrier. That actually is like a good all-rounder because it's also kind of like a carrier thing. But in terms of Gorn ships, ooh.
Yeah, or I was thinking maybe the Colossi Siege Destroyer.
Okay, my game is patching up.
I was maybe thinking one of the pilot ships. Plenty of choices still, but yeah, it's like, what do I like the most? Because a lot of my ships that I got are all carriers, but there's the thing, I've got enough carriers.
Yeah.
You can never have enough carriers.
I was just about to say that.
I can only play one at a time. One I see often flown is the Temporal Dreadnought Cruiser, the Kronos class. But I used to see it a lot, but recently I don't see it a lot anymore.
There's a lot of the old ships you don't see often. Guess it kind of makes sense considering they don't really get updated anymore, so they kind of fall behind.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing when they don't update the ships with the new whatever shinies out, kind of get loses its appeal, right? The older ships. Like I remember the first purchase that I did in STO with game currency. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna save so much money for this. Back in the day, 300 million was very hard to come by. And I purchased the Jem'Hadar attack ship, the tier 5 version, the bug ship. And I was like, oh my god, this ship is like so good. So it's the best tactical ship ever, and it's this and it's that. And I think I've flown it like maybe one time. Yeah, it's just. The bug ship was it? It was definitely a good ship. Not saying it was a bad ship. It was like the first ship that we actually had like 5 tactical consoles. This thing actually mounted one of the crystal prisms. That was so cool. I thought I was going to get stuck on a tactical warbird in science skin is stuck in a Tal Shiar ship and it doesn't even have a hangar bay. It should. It would. But it's fine without one too. Yep. Even though with a hangar bay it's actually better, but can't be too picky about those. Mounted one again. I have the plasma storm generator, so it makes up for the lost plasma storm ready and the revolutionary rift. Nice. Go! I save your life. Go! Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Good job. Marquee Raider might be small, but as Scotty would say, it's quite the wall up without the plasma storm. Think so, yeah. Oh. I need to be in quarantine. I took one of those things up to my face. Okay, who was here? Kenji. Nice. He's on. Brad, hello.
Howdy.
How are you, man?
Good. Just been busy.
Yeah. How is the little baker?
Yeah, she's still baking me out of house and home.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty much, pick her up, go to the store, buy at least 5 pounds of flour so she can bake.
Oh my god. You should really make like I don't know, like an online store or something.
Oh
just
yeah,
to...
she made like this last time she made some chocolate banana bread.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was good. She made some other kind of bread where it's like braided.
Yeah.
And then some chocolate chip cookies similar to the ones that they make at a store called Crumble.
Okay.
Which is real popular, I guess. I've never really heard of it or been there. But they're nice,
Nice.
They were firm, but they were still like nice and soft and chewy on the inside.
Oh, good. So she's changing the recipe a little bit, not just cinnamons.
Well, no, it's not. No, this is the store called Crumble, and I guess theirs is a little bit different than. I don't know. As I said, I've never been there, but she's whatever. She's got I don't know how many recipes.
Nice. Good.
So, yeah, it keeps her busy. Keeps me off the street.
Exactly.
The main thing is that she's having fun doing what she likes to do, and
Exactly.
if I could just get her to sell some of the stuff so it'd help pay the utility bill, that would be sweet. Because every time she's here, my utility bill, I mean, I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment, right? So it's not really bad, but, biggest thing is the air conditioning because of the heat.
Yeah.
Like a week and a half ago or so, it was 120 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll do like at least $15 worth of whatever on my bill. Like
shit.
A weekend, every other weekend. I'm like, really? They're still making, trips to the store. It's like, what do you mean? It's like I still can't get over one time. It was like 9:30, 9:45. She's like, we're sitting on a couch watching something, and she looks at me. She goes, "Dad, if you wanted, if you asked me to make you some cookies, I wouldn't mind." Of course, we didn't have one or two of the items. We had to get up, get dressed to go out, right? Instead of just loungewear and stuff.
Yeah.
Go to the store, and it's like, really? I keep reminding her, I ask her, I said, would your mom do this, do you think? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay. So long as you know, your dad will and does. Like, this is the 3rd trip, and it's not even Sunday yet.
Oh,
He's like, yeah, I
Jesus.
know. But she's having fun, so that's good.
How old is she?
She'll be 13 November 30th.
Okay. Okay.
And then she's
Nice.
doing like her dance crew again this year, and she's in leadership, so she has like these little underlings, like sixth graders, because
Mhm.
she's a seventh grader now. And
Nice.
so she helped them through orientation, and if they have questions, they can come ask her. And then she's going to be helping the littler kids, like in kindergarten stuff. They're going to take like 1 day a week or so, and
Mm-hmm.
go read with them and help them with stuff, and just to kind of help them to adapt and stuff. So
Nice.
it looks good on a resume.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So where is everybody meeting?
We are at Bajor.
Where do I want to be on my main tune, or let me see here. So how's everybody else doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Ouch.
Had an okay
That-
week. A bit painful because of the amount I had to walk, but
Had to work or walk?
well, for my work I need to walk a lot because I
Oh.
have to keep oversight on stuff.
Oh, okay. So at least it wasn't like barefoot uphill and back both
Nah.
ways.
Nah, it
Your
was
parents
just
trying
like,
to tell us.
it was just
Yeah.
like walk 20 miles a day, levels
Oh.
off.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, if you
I
want to
get
walk
it.
up a mountain in Holland, good luck, because you're not gonna find any.
That bump was one, right? That when you consider a dip in the road a valley, and the normal road is when you go up it is a hill. Yeah, I guess that's probably.
And here's the weird thing, Adi. I kinda live on a hill
Yeah. Okay.
because the area of Tilburg where I live is actually somewhat higher than most of the Netherlands.
Okay. Cool.
So it's kinda a hill. Like at least
Nice.
we're safe from flooding if that ever happens.
Just don't get a heart attack from the height. We Dutch aren't used to the height.
Well, yeah.
Nice.
So you're not afraid of heights, then, obviously.
No, I should not look down. I should not look down. Not good for me.
Oh, vertigo is real.
That's funny. Oh, now you did it. It's the police.
Yeah, I heard a
It's
lot of knocking on door.
It's the height police.
Oh, see, it's a flood warning. Hurry, run. No, or maybe it's an avalanche. I don't know. Avalanche tester.
No, yeah, we had lots of flooding, maybe like 6 months, 7 months ago, or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, most of the
I wanted-
southern part of Holland was kind of like underwater.
Oh. The only flooding we get here in California is from illegal immigrants coming in from Mexico. Oh, Bajor, huh? Okay. I will have to
Bajor,
go
yes. Oh, they knocked down a satellite. I'm helping Holland's economy. My coffee bags are from there.
there. Your coffee bags are from there? Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it's Douwe Egberts, no, not here.
Yeah, that doesn't
Barefoot with a
count.
blister. Six killer, you're funny. Okay. Oh, I
I think I have a little bit too many pets right now. That's like five,
Maybe?
5, like 10 of those are simulated ships, the smaller ones.
Ah. So speaking of pets, how's the pooch?
He's hot. He's, oh my god, he is hot. When I walk with him, he's like, you know, his entire tongue is sticking out because it's
Right.
like the heat and stuff.
Panting.
Yeah. And
I,
but he's
I'm pretty
good.
sure he's wanting Adi to consider rehoming himself to somewhere like Finland or Iceland.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I thought his favorite song was, or saying was, "There's no place like Nome," as in Nome, Alaska.
Uh-huh. He would love Alaska though.
Oh yeah,
He would love it.
I know. I've got a friend that has some, and so where's Bayshore? There it is. They're the same way. She moved up to Oregon a couple years ago, but yeah, down here it's so stinking hot.
Hmm.
And many moons ago, lady down the street, actually they were the she had Saint Bernards, but they were the ones in the movie. Oh crap, can't think. Beethoven.
Oh, okay.
In
Nice.
Beethoven's second, they were the pups. They
Nice.
lived right down the street from us. Yeah. So I can say I live right, right near movie stars.
Near celebrities. Oh, that's so cool.
That's my second closest movie star fame thing. I was actually once arrested, believe it or not, with when I was in the Marines. Where's Bayshore? There? Why did it send me over there? Yeah, with William Shatner's daughter. I couldn't think of his name. I was thinking Kirk. I'm like, no, his name's not Kirk. And then we got unarrested because they're like, oh no, you guys didn't do anything, and it was like kind of drama at the time. When it
Okay.
happened, but no, we were hanging out at the pool in my apartment complex,
Yeah.
playing in the apartment itself, and we were actually playing cards, and we just happened to look up, and there's like, I don't know, 8 or 9 cops with like shotguns sticking through the window here, 2 at the
Oh,
door
snap.
with a shotgun and the pistols, and other ones
wow.
were like, what's going on? Because there was somebody that apparently she knew that was that they were looking for, and not that she was bad, but this guy was a suspect in something, and they thought he was with us, and they wanted, and it was like, wow. So they arrested us. Then they had
Oh,
to unarrest
shit.
us. And she and I were sitting in the back of the car together going, uh-oh. And she's like, my dad's going to kill me. But we actually went to his house. He's got a big, and it's in Oceanside, California.
Hmm.
And at first we didn't, this was before I knew who her dad was and who she was, as far as that was concerned. She goes,
Yeah.
oh, I got to go to my, go home to my dad's, and grab something. We're like, okay. So we drive down the road on the beach, next to the beach, right? And because it's just a long, like a highway, but it's 2 lanes. But it wasn't a highway, but it was just really long. And she goes, oh, there it is right there. So we pull up, and I'm like, why is there a big WS? And there's two big doors, right? And like,
Okay.
why is there a W on one door and an S on the other? What? That's weird, right? And she goes, oh, that's my dad's initials. Like, well, why would your dad put his initials on the front door of the house? He goes, well, he just doing it. We're like, well, why? Who is your dad anyway? And she goes, oh, it's William Shatner. And we're like,
Oh god.
no, really, who's your dad? It's William Shatner. We're like, okay, whatever, right? Like, you're gonna pull our legs. And she goes, here, come on in. So we went in. We're like, holy crap, it's William Shatner's house.
Nice.
I mean, you could see some of the memorabilia and stuff. I mean, it wasn't his primary residence, but still, it was like, wow.
Oh wow, nice.
So we were like, can we rent a room? It's like, no.
Oh wow.
But yeah, the Beethoven pups lived right down the street, and so my then stepkids were like, "Oh yes," and they'd hang out down there and play with them.
Cool. So nice. Yeah, they usually when they have some kind of scene where there's like a wolf or something like that, they usually use huskies for that part
Yes,
because they're
because
like, you know,
wolves are nasty.
yeah.
I used to when I lived in Sacramento, I was delivering parcels when it after this is as an adult, and I had to go up into the country, and so this one place you had to drive down this little dirt road. I mean, it wasn't even more of a road; it was more of a trail than a road, right? But it was just dirt, like a trail. And this guy had wolves, and you had to unlock the gate or open the gate and then shut the gate after you drove through, right? So the wolves didn't get out. But you did not get out of the vehicle. And if the wolves were anywhere around when you went in to go into the gate, you didn't make a delivery because they would literally tear you apart. If they caught you. So I would sit there and drive up, and he always left his garage doors open, and you could pull right up next to him. And I had my doors shut and locked on my van, and the window about 2/3 of the way up to 3/4, and because he'd have kind of small packages, and I'd have to throw them onto the back or the trunk or the roof of the cars, so the wolves, half dog, husky or whatever they were, didn't get them because he told me one day, he says, if you're out of that vehicle, he says, and they catch you, he says, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
So don't get out of your vehicle. I'm like, okay.
One time that I was walking my dog, I think I came across. I don't think it was a full wolf, but it was one of those wolf dogs, kind of like a mixture between a wolf and a dog, right?
Like these guys were.
Yeah. And the height of the dog was like very, very high. And you could see he was the pack leader. So it was like a group of dogs, like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 dogs, like all different sizes, like, small ones and big ones and normal ones. But the way that this wolf was like dog, whatever, was holding himself, you could see like he was like confident in whatever he was doing. Like he was walking towards my dog, and I was like, oh my god, if I don't do anything, then I'm going to be tearing up, not just my dog. But luckily the guy that was like with the dog, it was like, hey, don't interfere, because he's not going to do anything. And then he pulled him back. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But
and
they're much higher.
Like really mellow.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you don't mess with them.
Yeah.
Because you never know. The last thing you want to hear is, kind of like, dear Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, your son has been killed because he was stupid and pet a wolf.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
we need you to come identify the body.
Yeah.
What's left of it?
What's left of it? Yeah, I don't. I like the temperament that the huskies have, but they are the closest relative to the wolves. Like because they only live in like, you know, the like you said, like Alaska and like isolated areas. They
Right.
don't get like, you know, a lot of like mixtures and stuff like that.
Well, Malamutes are kind of close.
Yeah, but Malamutes are kind of like a different breed.
Yeah, I
than-
know,
than
but I'm saying they're
Huskies.
kind of closer because they're kind of based off of it. But
Yeah,
I don't know how the difference is, but
it's minute. It's like small, but they are like a totally different breed because Malamutes are much. They're kind of like bears if you compare them with that.
Yeah.
They're kind of like bigger. The coat is different.
yes, and the way they look. I got a friend that breeds them, raises them, and shows them in Pennsylvania.
really?
So he's got a couple of national champions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he's like, he says it's funny. He says it's like neighbors get mad at him because, especially in the wintertime, at least they did at first.
Hmm.
He said because it's like, you know, snowing. There's like 2.5, 3 feet of snow on the ground already, and his dogs are outside, and they're
Yeah.
mad at him like, well, how come you don't bring your dogs in? And he kept trying to tell them, well, I keep trying to do it. They just look at me when I call them. Just lay there on the ground, just looking at me like, what are you, stupid? Right?
This is my
He's like,
natural
no, we're not
element.
coming in.
Yeah.
And he's like, literally, I have to sit there. He says, I even have to, at some point, had to leave them out at night, you know, because they
Yeah.
wouldn't come in.
Mhm.
And he said he had, like, you know, police officers come by, or state troopers or whatever they were,
Yeah.
and where he lived. And like, hey, do you know your dogs are out? I just want to let you know. He's like, yeah. He says they won't come in. We tried. We can't even bribe them.
No, they're when I kind of see it with my dog as well. When they have like, you know, when they set up their mind in doing something, there is no way you can, you know,
Well, and
change
that's
them.
what they're bred for. You know, it's like, you know, that
Yeah.
kind of an environment. So it's kind of like saying, hey, you know, from Southern California, oh, the sun's out. Let's go inside. What are you, nuts?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, bro, I'm going to get a tan. Get out of here. So, by the way, Genji's doing good.
Genji's doing good. Nice. I saw him on. He sent me a message. I haven't replied yet on Discord. He's very sweet.
Yeah. Actually, I was just talking to him a little bit ago.
Nice.
Okay, what are we waiting for? Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's doing good. He had COVID, so he's been sick. He's still coughing a little bit. Kind of like poo.
Yeah.
But he had fun in the old country, so that's good. And family.
Nice. Spoke to Major Kali yesterday when I was doing the other game.
Oh, really? How's he doing? I haven't talked to him for a while.
He was he just came from work and he's like, I just saw the message popping up that you were doing the live stream and he's like, I wanted to join. And it was good, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it for a little bit there. When you're like, what is that? A giraffe? A llama?
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I know the way they make the things look. It looked like a llama.
Yeah, I think it was a llama, yeah. There was a boar, there was a llama up there. And I think there is like a goat or something that you can milk.
Well, yeah. Well, they have llamas and then they have alpacas
Oh, okay.
in South America. They're really similar looking, but it's probably a llama because that's what most people know.
Mm.
Okay, where's the stupid missile? Oh, there it is. hold still. I can't shoot you when you're moving. There you go. Thank God for
Alpacas
pets.
are nicer, llamas are crabby.
Yeah, they will spit at you and bite
They bite.
like camels. Yeah, they have a couple of alpaca farms up here where I lived.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not. Oh,
Ooh. Any plans for the weekend? What you guys are up to?
not much.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Well, tomorrow I might finally settle to work on a model kit, and that's about it.
Oh, what
Yeah.
kind?
The one that I have at ready. What did I put? The All Tyson.
The what?
The All Tyson, which is one of the mechas from Super Robot Wars.
Oh, okay, that's right. I forgot you did that kind of stuff. Yeah. By the way, have you guys got a chance to see Top Gun 2 Maverick?
I did.
What'd you think of it? Did you see the first one first off before you answer?
Like you mean like bench watching them, like 1 and 2?
Like, no, just watch. If you've watched the first one? I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Like
So, how did you think the other one tied into it, and what did you think the new one, and what did you think of it?
okay, so I don't want to say too much on the stream. Maybe people are still willing to look at it if they haven't done so already. But
Right.
it was kind of like a lot of people were like really amazed at it, and I think you were too. But
Yeah, I've seen it 4 times.
really, Jesus.
Well, the first and third time is to get something for my daughter that you couldn't get unless you went to a special thingy for it,
Okay.
and she's seen it twice and loved it both times.
Wow. Okay. I honestly liked it. I don't want to say that I really loved it. There were a couple of scenes that this movie was like copy pasting from the original one. That I was like what you guys? Why are you? Like you guys are doing like a do-over of things that I already have seen. That's not
Like what? Like what do you mean? What parts were you referring to?
the basketball scene, the pickup bar thing.
Oh, the football scene.
Yeah, and the
Well,
and the
yeah, because that's a Southern California thing on the beach is football. Because it's really hard to play basketball.
Sure, I understand that, but what about the bar scene with the pickup and the same song and
Well, because the one is Goose's son, so
Mhm.
you would think that that would be something. I mean, I'm sure your parents and family members did stuff that you do to some extent, and maybe because his dad used to play it all the time, it might be like a remembrance thing. Like with my grandfather, he and I were really close, so I like eating when it's warmy winter or coldy winter time. Get warm is like navy bean soup. Because we used to
Okay.
eat that every Saturday in the wintertime. We'd go to this one place in town that made it from scratch. And I was like, oh yes. And so that's so I could see that. But it was the way they tied that in though when he was playing
mm-hmm.
with at the window part was I thought was really nice, and then
Yeah,
the other person seeing it. So do you know who Penny was
yeah.
in the first one?
She was the, what was it, like the granddaughter or something? The daughter of.
No, she was the daughter of the admiral that got him in trouble because he's like, they're standing there tall in front of whatever and said something about whatever, and then Goose goes, Penny Benjamin or Benjamin, right? That's who the admiral was. That's why she's talking about like you're always pissing off admirals. One of them was her dad
Yeah.
back in the day, and that's why they, she says I can, never stop whatever. We always. Why they're a thing is because they were back in when Top Gun 1 started. It was just you didn't see them, but that's who she is.
Okay. I think I missed that part then.
Yeah, a lot of people did because you didn't realize who, they didn't say Penny, but that's her name is Penny Benjamin in the movie. And then it gets revealed later on, but you're like, by then you like forget it because you're like, oh, who is this person? But no, it was good. What did you think of the fight scenes? Because there was very little CGI.
Yeah, that was amazing. By the way, you could actually
some of that was filmed up here, near where I live.
Really?
Yes, some of the mountain scenes.
Nice. I did.
Yeah,
I was
find out
kind
until
of
after it came out, but that was like, oh yes, that's cool.
Do you remember that maneuver that the new airplane actually did when they fired like missiles at it?
Oh, the Cobra?
I don't know. Sure.
Right, where it kind of goes up and then it's like stops and.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean talking about the enemy one?
The enemy one, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually called the falling leaf maneuver.
Oh wow, that's a thing. Okay.
Yes. Actually, like in my flight sim, you can do that too. That's actually where it's kind of started from.
Mm-hmm.
But up until recently, modern jets couldn't do that as well as like an old World War II prop plane kind of a thing, or the 5th gens.
Okay.
Because of the thrust vectoring allows you to.
I thought that was kind of like, I thought it was kind of like, I don't know, like some made up maneuver and just
it's
tied
true.
up to that.
It's like the one he does, like, I'm just going to hit the brakes, let him fly right on by.
Yeah.
That was the initial part of a maneuver that was actually first really completed by an SU 29.
Okay.
Maybe it was a 27, called a Cobra.
Wow.
And basically what you're doing is you're pulling vertical enough and hard enough that you basically skid to a stop.
Mm-hmm.
In your temp, for a few seconds at most. And the thrust is, keeping you from falling straight down. And then you change your angle of attack and then go whatever you're going to do. But yeah, they used very little CGI in that. A couple of things they had to.
No, but he did take off from the aircraft carrier, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, he was the only one actually that did in the people in the movie, but he was obviously in the back seat.
Yeah. But still, I mean, that's.
But it was a good movie. We liked it. It tied. What I liked about it is it tied it in very well with the first one.
Yeah.
And still did whatever. And people are asking for a 3 now.
Yeah. Especially when it's hyped because of all of the like Mission Impossible movies that he does. Those are really, really good because they're kind of like, one after the other. So you kind of know what's coming and you're kind of in that action and you know it. Rather than this, right. Top Gun was like, what, 88 or something like that? 80, 90, somewhere?
I don't know. Oh, Top Gun was like 86.
86, there you go. So it was like way, way, way too...
Right, and the reason this one didn't come out earlier, well, initially it was COVID, but then he was filming the latest Mission Impossible that's out,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to actually, because he liked Top Gun so much. And by the way, that P-51 in the movie was actually his P-51.
Really? Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
he's had that forever. That's the only thing about Tom Cruise I'm, for lack of a word, jealous envy about. Not that I really am. But that's the kind of pony my daughter wants. Yes. And but she has to buy me an airport first. Well, you know, if you buy a horse, you have to have
Yeah.
a place to put it, right?
Exactly.
Put it in your front room or your garage. So that's the deal. It's a running joke, right? And
Jesus. Yeah.
but no, that's his. It's a 2-seater.
Nice. How much?
Yeah,
how
it's
much would that cost you?
2-seaters because they're kind of rare, so they're about $5 million or so, maybe a little bit more, depending on
Wow.
the market.
Mm.
Like if I ever got rich and famous, I wouldn't. I mean, I'd like to have a pony, but there's a couple others I'd like to have more because like everybody owns those.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a Corsair or a Focke-Wulf 190D or 190. But even a Yak 3 would be cool.
You kind of lost me, but okay.
Yak 3s are Russian aircraft,
Okay.
and they're smaller but very maneuverable.
Cool.
But yeah, but no, I'd like the Corsair. And there'd be a couple you could choose from. But there's,
Hmm.
and if I was going to get a jet, I'd get like an F-86 from the Korean War or an F-5, which is the bad guys in the original Top Gun. Those planes.
Yeah.
Those are F-5. F-5 Tigers, F-5E Tigers, Tiger 2s. It's the actual name of the designation for them. But I think they just look slick.
They do. They do.
Yeah. And so does the F-86 from the Korean War. The MiG killer. But no, it was a good movie. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. I also saw the oh man, hold on. Let me the one with Sylvester Stallone, the one that he just made.
Oh, we
The
don't watch him.
what? Why?
Why? Well, I've never watched any of the Rambos, the Rockies, or anything because he's a draft dodger, so that he wouldn't have to go fight in Vietnam. His mom got him a job working in a girls' school as an athletic person or something like that in Switzerland,
Okay.
so he could avoid going to fight for the country. And then he comes back and makes millions of dollars being Rambo, whatever his first name is. Like, really? You're going to be this hero in Vietnam, yet you didn't have the testicular fortitude to actually go? I don't watch people like that. I'm sorry. You know,
Okay.
it's
Okay. Yeah, principles. I understand.
And that's just me. If other people like him, hey, that's great, but I don't watch him. He's not out of my house. He's like
Okay.
avocados. You come in my door with them or him, I'll shoot you.
What's wrong with avocados?
My mom used to make me eat them when I was a little kid because she loved them.
Oh wow. Okay.
It was like, what's for breakfast? Oh, we're going to have avocado on toast. I used to feed it to the dog.
They're healthy, man. They're like
The dog loved them. I don't care. They just taste like crap. Right? Especially when you're a little kid.
yeah.
Your taste buds aren't as developed as like in adults, and some things are an acquired taste. I mean, like little kids, they don't like ketchup, until they're about 8 or 9, right?
Yeah.
They don't discover mustard really until they're about 11, 12, maybe 13, and then it's like, why didn't you tell me about this before? Yeah, we did. They were stupid. So right? You just wanted to be a boneheaded, whatever. And it's like salads. Little kids don't like eating salad.
Yeah, vegetables. Yeah.
Well, it's just I think it's the texture of it. I didn't either, and then actually I got hooked on eating salad at a Japanese restaurant in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And
It's the way
like,
it's
oh my
it's
gosh,
being
really?
prepped. Yeah.
And so I don't. My mom used to like. She always used to grow them, you know, and like in artichokes, like you had to. It's like she even made me eat the artichoke hearts. It's like that's nasty,
Mm.
and so I wouldn't eat them. You know, I remember one time, and I didn't like liver either. And she'd make that, and I'm like,
Ooh.
you know, how the parents are like,
No.
"Oh, you're going to sit here until you eat it."
Oh my god.
I did that, and somewhere between probably about 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
after her sleeping on the couch and me still sitting at the table in the chair with still on my plate, she goes, "Okay, whatever, just go to bed. Get out.
Jesus.
Go away."
Oh wow.
Seriously. And she never made me eat liver again, or try to.
Yay. No, I agree
No,
with
I
the
just
liver
don't
part.
like. I
Ugh.
just don't like Sylvester Stallone. It's just, I don't think he's really a good actor either. That's part of it.
Mm.
In that sense, as far as acting is concerned.
He's not. He's not. But it's.
You know, all of his acting abilities can be summed up in 2 words. Yo, Adrian. there you go. That's his repertoire. I know I'm being a smart aleck.
Oh, The
actors
Samaritan.
that can
That's the name of the movie.
What is it?
The Samaritan.
Samaritan? Never even heard of that one.
Yeah, it's the last one that you made.
But up until Top Gun, I hadn't been to a movie in quite a while. I mean, there's
Like-
a couple movies I've seen in the last like 10 years, but and then I think the last one I saw before that was like in the theater was well, I took my daughter to see Disney's Planes when she was growing up, younger,
Okay. Okay.
right? But other than that, I mean, we didn't see Cars, we didn't see whatever. So I think up until then, I think the only movie I saw before that in the theater was Rob Roy.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. It's me, people want to go, that's great, but I'm not like, oh, we got to go see the movie. Especially it's like when it's going to be out in a year or so on TV.
Yeah. No, my brother is like really, really crazy about movies. He got one of those subscriptions that you can take on the
Oh, yeah.
cinemas, so you can go there like every day if you want to.
Right, yeah, you join the movie clubs. I know I bought my tickets online for like this one,
Yeah.
and it's like they keep sending me stuff, and it's like, really? It's like I'm not going to join your club at whatever, $3.95 or $5.95 or whatever it is a month, because I'm not going to go. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be losing money. But no, Top Gun was worth it. It's really good. The way they did it, it was nice, and I like the military humor.
I'm glad you liked it.
Glad you
man.
invited
That's
me
fun.
back. They're called Orders.
Yeah. That part was funny.
Or the sarcastic, like, hey, this is the only face I got, right?
Yeah.
Only look or whatever.
Yeah, there were some of those really cool ones.
like
What
one-
was happening with Val Kilmer and his voice
He's got
stuff?
throat cancer.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So he actually really didn't talk in the movie, apparently.
Mhm. No, he had one
They
line or
used-
something. Yeah.
Right, but they used AI to do that because of his
His cancer.
condition.
Yeah.
And he literally has it. So that's why he's been out of the limelight and looks like he does. And
Yeah. I thought as much, but I was like, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just filling in the blanks up here, and that's not,
Yeah.
that's not cool.
well, yeah, I mean, people that are familiar with and follow the franchise know that him and stuff because of that. But I like the part where it's like, hey, who was a better wingman? Hey, let's just not ruin the movement. But like typical military humor, like one of my, favorite things to say all the time was like, like somebody'd say something about, well, that's not what I say. Hey, you know what? And you grab your lower right eyelid with the index finger, and you go, hey, you see any concern in that eye? And then you grab the other one, lower eyelid on your left eye, and you go, how about this one? Like, I don't have any concern, right?
Yeah.
Or somebody want to throw, like, oh, you're bad, huh? You want to throw down? Like, well, you know what? Anytime you feel froggy there, Kermit, there's nothing but air and opportunity between us. So anytime you want to jump, you just let me
Let's
know.
go.
Yeah, my daughter knows some of them. But no, it's a good movie. They really tied it together, I think, really well. So the question is going to be like, what happens after? Are they going to do a sequel, and what's going to happen to do it? Because they have to do it pretty quick. Because he can't be flying, much longer. Even if he was in the Navy or any branch of the service, he would have been basically done.
Yeah.
But because that's how they got it where he could still be flying is as a test pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's different.
I love the part where the small child, I don't know who it was, totally forgot, but she's like, you're still a captain? Yeah.
Yeah. Especially living out in the middle of God knows where.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't think it was right was that when he's in the aircraft and he's turning and it shows you like an extended view.
Okay.
There's an aircraft, you probably have heard of it. It's called the SR-71.
Yeah. Blackbird.
Okay. Yeah. Or Habu is what we call it. But a lot of people call it Blackbird, but it's a Habu. When that thing like flies over Asia at Mach 2+ or 3+, like it flies, right? It actually takes to make a U-turn takes countries, like lots of them.
Okay.
So like if it started up in like northern China, by the time it made a U-turn, it would be like, somewhere between South Korea and the Philippines at full speed, because it's just so fast. You can't turn that quick.
Okay. Where are you taking them?
But
okay.
in the movie, I get it. It's like the first one. People are like, well, how come he's flying straight? It's because you can't film scenes like you really would, because you couldn't get it all on camera, and it's for effect more than it is factuality. And so you have to remember it's for a TV audience. So because there's a few things here and there that aren't the way.
Yeah, but you can't. But you can't make it too technical, because the point is going to get lost in people.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah. It's for entertainment and for people to see, and not be 100% accurate.
Mm-hmm. Because then it's going to be a documentary.
Exactly, and so that's the main thing. Is you're doing it for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Do we get them? Yep. So some things they have to do like that, just because. They don't have a way to do it in real life without, so everybody can see it. But it's good.
Skylar is saying Have Blue is a different but similar aircraft.
What's that?
Have Blue is a different but similar aircraft.
Have Blue? I've never heard of that one. What do you mean by Have Blue? Do you have a designation on it, like And who makes it? Well, everybody calls the SR-71 so-called Blackbird the Habu, and that's why there's like a Facebook group I belong to, where it's called the Habu Rats. Habu was a snake in Okinawa, which is where the name came from. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Have blue. No, you said Habu.
Habu, Habu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
What was that thing called? Project Archangel? Is the designation of the
in the movie?
No. There was a documentary on YouTube where Skunkworks actually built the SR-71 Blackbird airplane.
Right.
And that project was called what I just said.
I forgot.
What did I just say?
But yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, Kelly Johnson and the Skunk Works. I'm surprised you know about them. Most people don't. That's why it was cool to see the Skunk Works insignia
Archangel.
on the tail of that. Yes, on the tail of that experimental aircraft that Maverick was flying when he took off over the Admiral. The beginning of Maverick 2.
Was that
You didn't catch that on the tail?
No.
There's a little Skunkworks logo. A little
Oh,
skunk.
really? Okay.
Yeah, you probably saw it and didn't realize
Yeah.
what it was.
Maybe, yeah.
So I'll be right back. I gotta make a pit stop. My coffee's going through me.
According to Wikipedia, it's Archangel. Yes, I got it. Yeah, it is. No, I remember it because the documentary was interesting to how they actually got the aircraft lightweight to a point where they actually needed to grab titanium and they needed to import it from Russia, a country where they actually was going to spy on. So that was kind of interesting. Or at least interesting to me. The absolute mess of Sean companies they had to use. Yeah. But it was interesting to how the CIA actually managed to get everything going in to make that airplane a thing. Not that it was good, not that it was bad, but it's just interesting. There's a lot of, weird stuff is happening there. Then Archangel was Kelly Johnson design project name. The prototype name was called Have Blue. Have Blue gave way to two variants, A12 and the SR-71. Yes, the A12 that they were talking about, that was actually a combination of all of the previous A's airplanes that they designed from A10 all the way to from A1 all the way to A10. The CIA actually didn't like the design of it, and then some engineer, airplane designer, whatever, at Skunkworks came up with the design as we actually know, the SR-71. that we're talking about. So he made like different. He took different parts of the airplane that went from A1 to A10, and he kind of like mix matched them, and to the shape that we actually see the SR-71 as it currently is. Because the CIA didn't like all of the designs from A1 to A10. It's an interesting documentary if you wanna look at it. I think it's like an hour long or something. It's on YouTube. Just Google SR-71 or something like that, and you're going to find it. Yeah, Kaylee Johnson. Yeah, they do talk a lot about him on there. Because they were talking a lot about the airplanes. If you made it out of metal, the fuselage, the metal frame construction of the airplane at
Titanium?
those speed, and actually expands and contracts a lot, and then the whole airplane is just going to change shape. So they couldn't use normal materials. So that's why they needed to go over to the titanium part.
Right. And the interesting thing is on that to get the titanium, because we don't have it, we created all kinds of shell companies and bought it from Russia.
Yeah. That's what I was saying before you there.
Is
the
the
what?
same way because of the heat. So neither one of them have full tanks when they're on the ground. They fuel up when they're airborne because they leak. Like you can walk underneath them. Like when we were like the air shows we go to, they had like one we went to last year in Sacramento.
Yeah.
They had the Dragon Lady, and which my daughter loves.
Okay.
And because the bases that where they are, Beale Air Force bases between here and Sacramento. So if we see them, we have to stop and pull over, and we have to do it for crop dusting planes too. It's like we've been literally seriously, it's the side of the road.
Yeah.
Driving to Sacramento, and there's lots of crops, like flat fields of just crops and stuff. So they tons of crop dusters. This one time there was like 4 or 5 of them working, but there was only 3. This one time after we were stopped, we were watching them, and 2 of them went, I guess, and refueled. And we're sitting there. I didn't even see the CHP officer pull up behind us as we're on the side of the road. He walks up. Next thing you know, you hear this. You're like, what? Oh, it's. He goes, "Is everything okay?" It's like, "Yeah, we're fine. We're just watching the crop dusters." We're on our way to the air show, and he's like laughing. He's like, "Okay, just want to make sure," because I drove by the other direction a little while ago, and you were here, and I'm coming back this way to for his patrol area and see you again. So I thought I'd make sure everything was okay.
Nice.
Of course, she's laughing, right? That's what I told her. See, that's it. Keep it
Dad
up.
is in trouble.
And but yeah, no, we have to stop for airplanes.
Nice.
But the Dragon Lady, like at the air shows, you can walk and you can see where they're dripping fuel, and they actually they only have 2 wheels to land. So when they land, they have chase planes or chase cars, and they tell them, okay, yeah, everything's it's not looking good, and they have to make them go around again, but they don't have full fuel on the deck.
Yeah. And
so we're waiting to see what the new variant is. I think they were stupid in getting rid of the SR-71 because nothing can touch it. It can outrun any missile on the planet.
It's kind of a thing, and you can use this on all kinds of like topics, PC, like currency, whatever. It's applicable everywhere, but old technology is kind of like you cannot. The way that they were doing things back in the days, you cannot do it the way that they're doing it right now. Even with the new F-35s that have like the vertical and lift off. Yeah, they just can't. The way that things were done previously, it's you know, it's much better than the things that they come up with these days.
Believe it or
'Cause-
not, in World War II, the BF-109 engine,
You know,
the tolerances are so tight on it that it's like, how did they do it? Because we really almost can't do that today.
mm,
Okay, and back then all they had was like a slide rule, right? To figure
me-
stuff out, and the old and they didn't have the technology for making tools to make that, and it's like, wow.
One thing they lack: skilled workers. Like,
Now,
yeah, because people get rotated through so fast that they never get the time to get all the experience and knowledge that they really need. Like the guys who worked back then on those planes probably already were engineers for who knows how long.
right, and they started as apprentices, and that's why I wish America would get to doing that, like apprentices for like trade jobs, because in Germany, I don't know if it's still that way, but it used to be either you went to university or you got a trade, right?
it still is like that.
Whatever it was,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what you did for the rest of your life. And those people, you know, by the time they were 30 years old, had 20 years experience. Well, and they're just in the prime of their life, and so, you know, being able to do that, and I know a lot of it in World War II was, some of it was slave labor, you know, and stuff, but they could still achieve those tolerances.
Yes, no more raft. This ship does fly.
The problem is currently worldwide that there are way too few skilled workers, because there are steadily more and more places where there just aren't people who can actually do the job that needs to be done, because they never have been given the time to get the experience they need.
Right.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very big problem, because it also goes for things like nuclear plants.
Right. Hey, Skylar, nobody uses the 109 BF-109 anymore. The last variant was the Hispano version of it that the Germans gave to the Spanish. Like, if you ever watched the classic movie from 1969, The Battle of Britain, those were Hispano 109s. They weren't actual BF-109s from the Germans.
So, in terms of experience, and in the same ballpark where we were talking about, I had an interesting conversation with my brother about this. So, in modern technology, how do you guys think that the pyramids were built? With knowing everything that we know of them right now.
I don't know. There's a couple of theories, but, you know, people think that, in my worldview of the world and timelines and stuff, is different than other people's.
Mm-hmm.
But just because they were ancient peoples doesn't mean they were stupid. And if you look at like the Tower of Babel, okay, their ability to do that even back then, right? Or even in Babylon when Nebuchadnezzar built the 70-foot tall statue
Yeah.
back then, right? With gold and stuff. It's like, how do you do that? So just because they're ancient doesn't mean they were stupid. And, you know, they didn't have Xbox and PCs and TVs. So, you know, they had plenty of time on their hands in that sense. And if the Pharaoh or whoever said, this is what you're going to do, you only had two choices: do it or die, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, and they used thousands of people. I mean, they're finding, like, by the Sphinx, a city of
Workers.
workers and whatever, but they also had tradesmen, bakers, and they figured out they could, with what they found so far. Yeah, and so they had these little cities and stuff that supported that. So yeah, you're going to have the manpower and you're going to have everything there, and
Because the things people forget is the people back then were very, very much limited by what was the season, what they could do.
Mhm.
The
Right.
season that they could work the farms and such, but there were wolf seasons they could do nothing, and that's when they went.
exactly.
work
That's
there.
and that's what they did.
Because, of course, everyone, thanks to the Bible, thinks it were just slaves who worked.
Well,
there.
no,
That is
actually,
pretty much nothing.
that's a misquote on it because they were actually in Goshen, which is different than where, that and
Yeah, but that's what
yeah,
I
they
mean.
became
It's
slaves.
miscon-
But yeah,
it was the misconception that they only used slaves, but were
Right,
all
they-
just workers, citizens.
well, before that they had, and after they had the citizens, like you're saying. Whoops! What the heck happened here? I got bumped. And exactly. But that doesn't mean that they were stupid either. I mean, you look at some of the stuff that they did, it's like their charts and other things. It's like, holy crap, look what the Maya did with the calendar.
No, but what really, really interests me, especially with the pyramids and how they were built. So the average lifespan of a particular slave or human or whatever were going to live back then was about 30 years old, right?
Yeah, well,
the
if
bullshit.
you hit 40, you were old and
Yeah.
whatever.
No bullshit.
How?
Old
Some
age
were.
was well over 60.
Right.
Okay,
But
even-
for the average person, that was out there toiling and stuff, it wasn't always that high.
No, but even 60, it doesn't matter. Even if it was 60, like the pyramids weren't built in 100 years or 200 years or 300 years. That took them a very, very long time, right? It wasn't done like very fast.
Even the biggest has currently been calculated at less than 30 years.
Yeah. If
what?
They had the manpower to stuff to do it, and they could.
I'm stuck here.
But it wasn't like, as I said, they weren't stupid. They knew what they were doing. I mean, they worked with this stuff all the time. I mean, you look at some of the sarcophaguses that are in the pyramids. There's one, and I can't remember the name of the rock that it's made out of, but it is like, it's black, right? It's almost like an obsidian kind of a black.
Basalt.
Yes, and it's so hard, and it's smooth, and they've
Yeah.
got like right angles on it that are just
Yeah.
perfect. And they're like, how did they make this?
With just hammer and chisel and stuff like
Exactly,
that.
because
Basic
you
stuff.
can't. Right? We don't even know how to do it today.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean they were stupid.
No,
They
definitely not.
just figured out ways to do it. And the human
Yeah.
mind, as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. I guess when the king tells you figure it out or I kill you, you're going to figure it out. Right?
Or not.
And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just saying, I would be trying my darndest because I wouldn't want to be dead. And I'm not saying he said that. I'm just,
No, but that's the normal consensus back in the day. Like if you didn't do it off with their heads,
yeah,
right?
if he
No,
didn't like
but
you,
that's also not a thing. People worked on the pyramids mostly out of honor for the pharaoh. If one was
Right.
not willing to work on them, they didn't work on them.
right. But
Because they had no use for someone who did not want to work on them, because then was the chance way
Right.
too big that it went wrong.
But I'm saying like designing, like if you have your nobles and your educated people that can, like how to come up with a way to do something, there was always that, that last option of, do it or else. But most of them just did it because the pharaoh is considered a god. Exactly. Just, but yeah, they wanted willing workers. I get that. But no, they, if you were told to do something, you did it. Oh, crud. Okay, Liam, you're good there. There we go. Oh, I thought we got it. Yeah, I'll get the middle one here.
Mind you, Egyptian history is crazy long time gap between us and Cleopatra. Ptolemaic period is similar to the gap between Cleopatra and the whole kingdom. I know, and it leaves so much unanswered questions that we just can't answer. And that's what I find interesting. That's why I look at the documentaries that are on YouTube about these things.
Oh, for crying out loud! How come we can't get this?
And a lot of people were like, yeah, but they're using like pulley systems and rolls and this and that, and it just doesn't add up. The technology, the science, even now, people that are engineers still not able to do it.
Because they were smart, but they also worked with that all the time. So
yeah, but one of those like granite rocks or whatever those building stones were made out of, there's like 10,000 kilograms, man. That's like
I know.
Huge.
Adi, have a look on YouTube for movies about the Easter Island Moai statues walking.
I've seen it. Do the currents. Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen it. It was.
Things can easily be scaled up,
Mm.
and they did have the people for that.
Exactly, and it's like you look at some of the stuff in other places of the world where it's like, how did they make that? You're like, wow, okay. But they lived in that environment all the time, so that when you only have so many choices, we're looking at it from a modern perspective.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that changes your view on like, well, what can I do with this? What can I do with that?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure, obviously, they experimented with different stuff, and if it didn't work, it didn't work. And they had the manpower and the means and time to do it. We're just in too big a hurry, and sometimes you overthink something. So, I mean, I'm sure the answer is kind of sort of simple, but I'm not saying like a 2-year-old could get it, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it's amazing what they can do.
Hello, King.
Is Pooh here?
Mm-hmm.
Where? Is he in game or in the server?
I mean, both.
Oh, I didn't see him in that.
Yeah, it's both.
Oh, I don't see him. Oh, there he is. He's on. He's on the French character. Yeah, if like in the Middle Ages, if you lived to be 5 years old, you became valuable. Until then, you were just like, well, if they make it, they make it. If they don't, well, we'll make another one. That poor cube. You've never been married before, have you, Skylar?
Pharaoh's coffins are made of the hardest granite and are machined with the precision of a CNC machines. By adding numbers of 30% of the kids dying on average age will going drop old age to around 30-40 in some cases. Oh no, another slam on marriage. Like, that's why I'm not married. You guys scare me off. Hey, I got Borg as assimilated ships. That's weird.
Yeah, Skylar, think of marriage as like, drunk driving, You don't want to drive drunk because it can kill you, but that doesn't mean you don't stop driving. And then, another thing about marriage is you realize how much fun you used to have. But I'm kidding. I'm giving you a hard time. In a microwave society, it's tough.
Easiest explanation is simply time. Like, take a peek at Mythbusters, the myth to polish a third, and then actually manage to. Ew. These guys are only spawning on this part here. It's kind of weird. Oh, now they're spawning there.
So, Skylar, how old are you? About. Yeah, marriage is the most fun you'll never have. I'm kidding. A cold warrior, huh? Ah. What branch? Oh, okay. So what did you do and where were you stationed? I was an Air Force brat for a while, but actually yesterday was my anniversary of stepping on the yellow footprints at MCRD San Diego.
What does that mean? Stepping on the yellow footprints?
Oh,
Retirement?
you get into, I'm assuming the other branches are the same, but I don't know. Like, but at MCRD San Diego, when you get off the bus to go into Marine Corps. Okay, that's fine. And
Okay.
They have these little footprints that are yellow, right? And you're supposed to stand on them, so everybody's in order, and it's in the shape of a platoon as if it is it standing in formation.
Ah, okay.
And that's the yellow footprint. So at that point, you are no longer in control. You are now officially government property, and your life as you know it is over. For at
One
least the
of
next
us.
3 months. Yeah, well, it was, I don't mind it. I mean, like every branch or any job or, they're saying you're like, really? It's like, I
Yeah.
just had a frag grenade. But I have to admit, jumping out of C-130s at 30,000+ feet was fun. Night or day. Not as much fun at night as it is in the daytime, but thank you for your service, Skylar. So has anybody got that event thing from this that's going on for that? What the heck is it called? Rebounder? What the heck? The Sompec something or other. Responder.
Yeah, it's totally useless. Man.
Energy rebounder. That's it.
I made a video about it.
I think it's probably a gimmick, but
It's one of
I'm
those-
still off by 3 days.
It's one of those lasers that goes in between 2 points, but those lasers are stationary, they don't move.
Oh.
So you place it somewhere in ground and enemies can just walk around it, or, you know, not go through it, and they survive.
Oh. So it's a gimmicky thing.
It's definitely gimmicky.
Gotcha.
It's no point having it.
Yeah. I figured that. It's like from the main event, when I finished it before the last segment was over, I just went for the 2 T6 coupons because, I mean, it'd be nice to have a promo ship, but it's only one tune.
Yeah.
And I figured, you know, if I had the keys, it's an account unlock, so I'm not really
Mhm.
getting one ship. I'm getting, you know, 8, 10, 12, or whatever amount of tunes
Much
you
more,
have.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not familiar with the responder, but it's like the thing from the last Halloween event where you got the little, I don't know, ancient
The wand?
rat or whatever that thing was, and the wand. I've never used either.
No, me neither.
They're still in the box. Bacon and egg bites. Did you make those, Skylar, or were those store bought? Oh, who makes them? The bikini ship? Oh my gosh. Oh. I got to make a chow run. Well, for groceries this weekend, so. My daughter also eats me out of house and home.
Jesus.
No, we have a little mini fridge right next to the computers, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And when she was really little, that's where all her little snacks and stuff would go in her water.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever she was thirsty, she could go get it herself, you know, to be independent, right?
Uh-huh. Nice.
And that's why I did it. And when you have roommates, it also, so I kept it in my closet, right? And it doesn't, you know, fill up the fridge and stuff. So she could always go get her stuff. So like this last time I had some chocolates in there. I don't remember whose they were, but they were like Dove chocolates or something, right? In a bag I got at Costco. And not this last weekend, the weekend before, because I had her 2 back to back, which was nice. And before she came this last time, I'm like, there's like one little stupid little wrapped thing of chocolate in this bag that's sitting on the inside of the door. And I'm like, really? You wanted me to think that there's still chocolate in there, and I go to get one and there's one left. You know, it's like,
nice.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Like, really? It's like, you know, when you start driving, and I open the car door, is like the needle gonna fall out because there's like no gas in it? You know?
Oh, she got you good.
Oh, she's into cars too. It's like, oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah, but no. She did, and it's like, ah. So I throw away the wrapper. How big is a package? Is it like a pound, 2 pounds? And bacon bites. Boy, I'm trying to think of who would make. It's in the frozen food section of your store, I'm assuming, like with the breakfast stuff. That sounds good. And my daughter doesn't like bacon anymore, so it's fine. It's more for me. trying to think of who makes bacon. I mean, breakfast stuff. I know I probably see it, but I gotta go to the store this weekend. I just finally the heat's down below 100, so it's like yay!
Nice.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
No, she's a girl, so you know I can't hold that against her. Being related to me, that I can hold against her. Oh no, you don't have to. You don't have to. It'll be easy to find.
I'll catch up once. it loads.
Okay. So you're out of here? Oh, you
No, it's-
catch up in the in the event you mean. In the TFO.
I think
'cause,
he's-
as usual, it's loading. Not really.
think it's like disconnect or something.
It's that slow, going to 5% and then
Yeah.
connection timed out.
Yeah, there's been a lot of disconnects lately.
This is the same issue that I've been having for years.
Really? So is it because of your ISP kind of a thing?
Nope,
Network?
nope.
Really?
Other games, not a problem.
No, it's
Really?
just SEO. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
IDS had the same problem too.
Yeah.
Oh. And it's
I
not that
usually-
64 Crayola crayon with the sharpener in the box video card you're using?
No, I got a new card.
Oh.
This new PC.
Oh, good. Oh, you got a new one. Sweet.
Yeah, I got a completely new PC because it was finally time for one of those, and I'm now running a 3060.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
gotcha. I'm not yet, but I'm hoping to hear something in the next couple of days that will change all of that. But before I do anything, I got to pay the last little bit of Yoda off my car. It's a Toyota.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My daughter called it Yoda when we got it, and I'm like, really? I'm like, can't we name it after?
course. You raised a geek, you'll get a geek.
Well, and she's not really a geek, but it's just like, you know, with kids, you know, it rhymes. And, you know, like with my oldest one, we had way back in the day, because she's like 28 and a half, hermit crabs. So the first one we got was a male, right? I don't remember how you tell, but you could tell. And it was a male, so his name was Herman. Right?
Makes
Like, you know,
good
Herman-
sense.
Well, like Herman and the Hermits, you know, the band from the 60s. He was a hermit crab, so I figured, okay. And then the next one we got was a girl, so her name was Shelly.
Makes sense.
I mean, that's just the way kids work, right? You know?
Adults as well, or
So,
it's not just kids.
oh, I know, but it's just like, but no, I got to pay Yoda off first. I'm trying to figure out how to get it's an automatic, but I'm gonna put a
What the hell was that?
found out you could do it. I just don't know how because I'm not a mechanic. Get
What?
a Top Gun from the original movie joystick and take it off, disassemble it, and put it actually on my shift lever. So I've got a joystick.
Highly not recommended.
What's that?
Altering the stick shift.
No, there's a way to do it, and I don't know how, but to make it fit, you modify the joystick, not the stick shift part of the car, so it fits like like the cover does. I got to find somebody to do it before I buy it, but it looks really cool. She's like, "Yes, Dad, you got to do that."
Depending on where you live, it might actually be illegal. That's why.
Actually, what's not because I've seen it done.
Yeah, that's the problem. You see it done, but it might still be against the law because people just do it. And
Yeah, I've
luckily
got
never
friends
get
that are
found
cops.
out.
I can ask them, but that would be kind of nice to do.
Yeah.
And like, I want to get like for a horn, have a secondary horn, so that instead of honking like normal, like when somebody does really something stupid, I want to get one of those little things you push a button and it sounds like some 30mm cannons going off, like scare the crap out of them, like somebody walking across a crosswalk in a red light, when they shouldn't be.
Well, once again, make very sure it's allowed.
Yes, I know.
Because
I get it.
things you called over here in the Netherlands very illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I know. I get it, but it's just you can do it. You just can't do it as your primary. You have to have it as like a secondary, and you can't just do it like when somebody's driving down there because you could cause an accident. But they can't stop you from doing it.
Yeah.
But if you do that and it causes an accident because you were stupid, then yeah, you're going to be liable. But it would still be funny.
Yeah.
We got so many homeless people that do that around here that it's like.
I think somebody fell in the crevice over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done it before. I hate that.
Somebody just died. I'm like, what?
You're stuck there.
Yeah. See, that's also a thing. Like, how are you not able to? You're just stuck there.
Yeah. That's a rough one. They need to kind of redo that a little bit because you can't see that. And that little stupid bridge is so narrow.
Yeah, it's so tiny. Yeah.
I've actually
this
been
is a
doing that and had
TFO.
somebody bump me off, and I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" You know how it just nudges your tune a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was right at the edge of it before actually opened up, and I'm like, "How did I get bumped? Like, well, why am I falling?" I'm like, "I didn't move." But, oh well, it's a game.
Skylar, that's a TFO. It's called Bug Hunt. I believe the normal light level seems darker than usual.
Yeah, they changed something on it, reshade or something on some things, and other people were saying it's darker or lighter. Others are saying it's darker, depending on. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's a bigger shadow over this part, but when you walk a bit on, it's way brighter.
Yeah.
I've noticed so recently. Go ahead.
At
Oh, not again.
Earth, at I forgot,
ESD?
on Earth itself.
San Francisco?
Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also looks a lot different now.
Yeah, they did that when they redid the tutorial. But like I've been on ESD in the last couple of months, and you run from like the transporter to the bank, and it's like there's like bright flashes as you're running to the bank. On the top part of the screen, not on the ground, but like in the roof and stuff. And you're like, wow, that's kind of like weird. And it's like, is there something wrong with my PC? At least that's what I thought it was at first.
They didn't mention anything about making something new.
Yeah, and so it just was kind of like trippy that I see that because it's kind of like, how you flick the lights on and off, right? Or you have like lightning and it shows through like just the roof of a building or something. To me, that's kind of what it's like, is lightning going like multiple flashes.
Hmm.
Okay, you guys get those. I'll get these. Yeah, it's kind of like, um, unexpected. You're like, wow, really? It's weird. And I don't know. I'm assuming that's what it's from. But who knows? It's Stowe. It's working as not intended.
Yeah, they probably thought, maybe fixing a bug or two, and they made like 7 more.
Yeah, our Kale just copied and pasted the wrong code in the wrong spot. Would you see the thing he did like for the event? Or the release of the ships, I should say?
No,
Apparently he got that wrong. Or somebody did.
really, that's
Yeah,
unexpected.
like the release date on it or something. Or I'm like, somebody's making a comment about it. USS Norway, eh? Oops. That's where they are.
In that whole nebula. I got the latest ship, and it was not the one from Picard, it was one for Lower Decks. But I got it sorted out a day later. There's coffee in that nebula.
What's that?
The Janeway saying there is coffee in that nebula.
Oh, getting overrun. I wish they would get rid of some of this nebula stuff.
Did we lose somebody?
Oh, we did, but I think we're gonna be okay. Maybe they just got DC'd.
Could be. The PC crash. Ooh. That's not good.
What's that?
So Kamar was saying that his PC crashed.
Oh. Oh, we got a minute and 45, whatever.
I think we can make it.
Oh, yeah. We're doing a good job considering how it was when you finally got able to hit the station.
Mm-hmm. There we go. He's back. You know what I also don't really understand this mechanic of the game? Right, the red alert part. So
Like
it forces you your weapons only to be available when you're in red alert, or at least certain skills. And
oh, you mean like some things that you have in your tray and stuff?
yeah, that you can't use outside of red alert.
Right. Well, it's like Operation Wolf. If you're an engineer, you can't use a shield, which is like stupid.
Or the fact that you're not able to go into like full impulse when you're in red alert. That's not how it works, right?
I would know, but it shouldn't. I mean, some of the stuff that they do is just bizarre to me. Oh, way to go, Sakuda. You broke the Tholian web.
Yay.
Okay, where's the stupid flagship? There it is. If I can just avoid the crap.
Oh no, I'm inside it. Yay, got it. I want to see the changes that they made to Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, it's different. I like it.
In the alpha, you have to set red alert manual. They could fire your weapons and change to what it is now. In the alpha.
Oh, way back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys want to do one more? Last one?
I guess. I'm beaming in now, though.
Okay. Now grab you. Let's... there we go, Liam. Is there anybody that I didn't grab?
Hey, careful. Keep your hands to yourself, bro.
Should be good. There are
I'll
whales
report
now.
you to HR. So how's the job looking front going?
It's going good. Haven't signed anything in terms of like, you know, actual paperwork. I got 2 offers and I got a bunch of interviews scheduled up for next week.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. I know I'm waiting to hear back on myself, so we'll see.
Okay.
Good. So what do you like? Same kind of a thing? Maybe different product, but the same kind of a position.
No, I'm actually going up for a little bit higher in terms of like the level of jobs. So right now was
then.
yeah, exactly. Head of office. Exactly.
Free beer for everybody.
Free beer. No, I'm actually going for
no
the
for
dog, for anybody that has dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, no taxes for husky owners.
That might actually be a good thing, though.
Well, good. Hope you get it.
No, I'm actually going for a so I normally was managing like a location, but I kind of want to go a little bit higher, so I'm kind of applying for like regional manager positions, so more than 2-3 locations. See how that goes.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, and like the one I'm waiting on, it was like I've never done it before, but I did very well in the interview, so I'm waiting to see how it goes.
Nice. I hope you get it, man.
Yeah, me too, because it would be a really nice, cool job to have. And the guy that would be my boss really is. You can tell he's easygoing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be definitely worth it. Oh, it's this one. I hate this one. Okay, I'll stay by the starbase.
Really?
Yeah. Is everybody gonna stay by the starbase?
No, I wanted just to flap out my
oh,
my
your sentry thing?
mode.
Oh no, that takes all the fun out of it.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. I was playing this with some friends a couple weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, and he was actually holding the thing in place. It did not move.
Yeah, but that's sentry mode.
No, he was holding the planet killer in place.
What? How?
It was on. I don't remember what ship it was, but it was because of his build. It was a very good control build.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to do anything to that, but okay.
Well, I know somebody else that kind of do the same thing, but he can't quite stop it. But he can he can at times, but it, you know, stuff cools down a little bit, but it's like really slow. So you really don't have to kill anything because they stop it and the timer just goes out. Okay, I'll run interference. I'll keep the fighters off you.
Okay, cool.
Make your run, Luke. Yeah, you notice in Top Gun though, the Maverick, it was kind of like shooting whatever thing in the sphere. You had to hit that little hole or little spot.
Oh yeah, when they had to fire the missiles,
Yeah.
in that air vent or whatever it was. The funny thing is what when he started giving the whole lecture about the airplane, and here's like the user manual, and he's like throws it down in the garbage bag. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
so
Well,
does
true,
your
though.
enemy.
Well, it's true. It's like, well, you know, I do a flight sim, World War II air combat flight sim. You have to know your enemy's aircraft to exploit its weaknesses, and you know, play to your strengths and not theirs.
Yeah.
And you know, that's why they do what they do, like a Top Gun and stuff like that. And, you know, do the school so you know how to exploit that stuff. So it makes sense, but it's true. But it does technically come down to, as they call it, the man in the box, or you know, it's a pilot,
The
not
operator. Yeah.
the aviator.
The aviator. Which is also true for cars, by the way. It's the
For
human
what?
element. The automobiles, cars.
Oh, sort of, yeah. You know, if you can, it's like, believe it or not, like the CHP Academy here, and we used to go there and practice on the old one in Sacramento and do donuts and all kinds of stuff. But you can actually drive slower than somebody and still catch them.
Yeah.
Because of your technique.
Yeah. Has anybody seen the new Game of Thrones?
No.
No?
I don't
Not
even know
into
what
it?
those things are about.
Well, it's about a game, and they would do about the Thrones.
No, I mean, I don't know the storyline behind it. I mean, that and some of these other ones, I'm like, huh?
Don't know what to make of it.
I like the old classic movies, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Agnes has got a bomb there.
Looks promising, but it was the first episode. Yep. Like I said, I don't know what to make of it. It's kind of like new first. Still, you're into still character building, right? These guys still need to develop a character what they're going to play. So they're kind of like looking still. Brother of the King Matt Smith was pretty good. Yeah. I think they started way too early with all of the dragons, putting them like, you know, kind of like in the first episode. Even though that back in that era, time that they're playing that, dragons were already amongst them, but still, in my opinion, a little bit too fast.
Oh, I guess if you get that job, you won't be eating any more top ramen for a while, huh? So is it with a very reputable company, or is it?
Well, it's with DHL, the
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who they are.
the German Post Service or
Package,
whatever it's called.
yes.
Yeah. They offered me the contract, but I haven't signed yet.
Oh.
There are like still 2 other companies that I still need to hear back, and for next week I have two job interviews. So basically, like 5 options where I can go to.
Yeah, but pretty soon you're gonna have to fish a cut bait. They're gonna go, okay, well, I guess you're not interested, right?
Yeah, but they're giving me like 2 weeks to
Okay, so that's good.
to make the decision. So, and I asked them like, hey, I wanna think it over because
Well, yeah.
I'm
it's a
still
life
in.
decision.
No, I'm actually still employed by the company that I'm still
Still okay. I wasn't sure how
officially
that worked.
working with.
That-
Yeah,
I know you said it was a couple months or something. So.
yeah, 2 months till the end of September. So I still have 2 paychecks
Ah.
from them. So
So you're just kind of a professional bum
yeah, yeah.
until then.
Until then, exactly.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Nope.
you busted your butt, so
Oh yeah, definitely. This last year was like crazy, working like 60, 70
I
hours
know. Well, it's
a
like
week.
when I was working for the last company I worked for. It's like, having 48 hours in by the close of business on, Wednesday,
Hmm.
and driving an average. My route was just doing it once in the circuit was 1,250 miles a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
On top of doing the actual work.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, burnout's not a good thing. So get all the rest you can. Oh, there we go. It's just sad companies, at least here in the States, it used to be if you busted your butt and did a good job, they would take care of you. Now it's just like, whatever.
Next. Yeah.
And it's like, wow. Oh, Sally said that she was offended because, your shoes are the wrong color or something. We're going to have to let you, I mean, that's almost how bad it is here.
Yeah.
I grew up in a family-owned business, and we had a guy that when I was little, his older brother worked for us, and his brother had a glandular issue, so he was like big, right? Yeah, I mean, like really big, heavy, and he only stepped on your foot once, but he was the nicest guy you'd ever know.
Yeah.
Right? His little brother, his name was Rich, was not. And when he worked for our company, I probably didn't say other than work stuff. 2 dozen words to him in over 20-something years that he worked, almost 30 years that he worked for the company.
Wow.
For my family's business. But he was good at his job, right? And nobody really liked him. And he stayed that way, like apparently until his wife ended up getting cancer and dying from cancer. So it was just him and his son, and I guess it made a real big difference, and he changed. But nobody liked him, but that doesn't mean you get rid of a good worker.
No. Yeah.
And that's the way it used to be in this country. So if you did a good job, you kind of have a good job for life.
Exactly. Yeah. Get the reward from doing all the things that's not on your job application.
Yeah. Now it's just like, who are you again? Oh yeah, you're the guy we're just gonna fire right now. So see you later. Bye.
Yeah.
So, well, good for you. DHL is fairly reputable. I mean, I haven't heard any bad things about them. They were competitors of ours. Because I used to run the depot for here in this town with FedEx Ground.
Nice. Okay.
It was actually the company that FedEx bought and made FedEx Ground. So I was running that up here and then it changed while I was there. But for 2.5 years.
Cool.
So didn't hear anything bad about him. And a friend of mine actually used to work for DHL up here. I used to give him a hard time.
Yeah, but nothing is set in stone. I mean, we need to go back and forth, obviously. Finer details need to be hammered down, as they say, and then...
Right. Yeah. I mean, the last thing you hammer out is salary. Because it's like, if we can't come to an agreement on anything else, it's like, why agree on that first?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
And why pin yourself down to a lower salary when you could potentially get more? Oh, we were going to give you 80,000, but since you said you'll take 65, great. You know what I mean? I mean, people, I know that's happened to. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially nowadays, it's like companies are sketchy about, paying a lot of money. If they can get away with paying less, why not?
Right. Well, it's like the one I just interviewed for. The guy asked me, and he had it listed as like, the company did about 65 plus to a number, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to go, well, that's a kind of a difference in,
Mhm.
the lower end and the top end.
Yeah.
And most of those are like shady, right? Like, oh yeah, we want you to come here. We're going to give you like 30 minutes of training and then you're out on your own,
Mhm.
and like, yeah, it ain't going to work. But so he asked me and I said, well, I really looked for like 70,
Yeah.
and thereabouts. And he said, oh, well, and he said some other stuff. And I'm like, my eyes are starting to like try to keep them from popping out of my head. And I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's the last thing you do. So cool. Hope it goes well. So the other
Yeah.
two are similar kind of positions?
Yeah.
Not companies, but positions.
Position wise, yeah. I'm actually just going to go for that part because I'm kind of liking the management positions. So I'm
Yeah,
actually going
management's
for
nice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like this one is a smaller company. It's out of Sacramento, but it's like kind of reminds me of the way size and stuff, maybe a little bit bigger than the one I grew up in, but it's like, oh yes, real, more like family than anything else, which is what I'm looking for.
Nice.
So we'll see, but yeah, good luck to you on it.
Yeah. Good luck to you too, man.
If you talk to Cal, tell him I said hi.
I
Of
will.
course, we're doing the meme thing back and forth, but I haven't actually seen him and been able to talk to him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
Kurz, have fun. You have a good week.
Thank you. You have an awesome weekend.
Yeah. So what do you think of ESD, the Academy?
I'm seeing that they changed the floor right away here. That's like the first thing that I noticed.
Yeah. Well, go into where the bridge officers are. Doffs are. Or what's her name? Butch, the little lady behind the counter. I can't think of her name. Commander Vale or something like that.
Oh, they actually put up like
Whatever.
these fences things. So you can't jump over them anymore. Okay.
Yeah, but if you go inside the building, it's like, oh.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, but if you go to the water.
Water?
Yeah, go. Okay.
Okay.
You see how it's different in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So go back out and go like, what's his name? Meyer. In between there and Meyer, you get the water to the left.
Yeah.
Okay, go to the left. No, your military left. There you're going. No, left. Go left. Seriously. No, that's forward. Left.
Wait, you do know the stream has a little bit of a delay, so I'm gonna go back to the Duffs and then...
No, the wrong way. Go towards
wait.
the ocean to your right now.
To my right.
Okay, stop. Oh, you went too far. Go back to the... Hold on a minute here.
Hold
what
on,
instance are you on?
Guide me from here.
Give me just a second. What instance are you on? I'm coming down.
1.
Okay, hopefully that's where I am. I'm on... Yes, I'm on 1. Okay, I'll come to where you are. I think I saw you over here. You're still by the building, right? Yep, there you are. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, now come this way. Towards the bridge. Now look out in the ocean. Tell me what you see. Just keep watching. Look towards the other part of the bridge.
I see waves.
No, keep
Wow.
watching.
You see the waves coming in?
You see that now?
No. Like the shuttle?
No, right
that's
below
in
where
the
the
air.
shuttles are, between the shuttles, but straight down. And look between
Mm.
there and that bridge.
Oh, there
Follow
are
the
like.
bridge you call. You don't see whale spray?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was like okay.
Yeah, that's whales. You know the ones from the Bring 'Em Back to San Francisco Bay one? movie?
Nice. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool they did that. But you can't jump over it, obviously.
There it goes.
No,
It's spewed out.
yeah. Kind of cool.
There it goes again. Yeah.
Exactly.
That is cool.
Yeah, so they kind of opened it up a little bit, and it's like, oh. And then inside, it's better too.
Inside.
Yeah, Agnes, you ran like a girl.
Okay. Okay, so they did change the colors. It's much darker, I guess, grayish.
But see, all the little things for like the cattle things are
Oh.
gone,
Okay. Yeah.
and they opened it up and got rid of the windows and stuff. It makes it look a lot nicer.
Yeah, that those windows, those skews things or whatever they were, that was like so bad.
I know you felt like you're a cow on the ranch. See, now if you
Yeah,
come back in here,
exactly.
you're gonna notice a big difference though.
Oh, here it's much brighter. Oh my god, my eyes.
Yeah, but it's also much smaller. If you look at your map, that's the only way in is the way we came.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Hmm.
You only got so decks, but you don't have all the like you used to be able to go this way and go around the other side of where the bank and exchange and stuff is.
Yeah. Okay, that's gone now. Okay.
Yeah, it's all just this one area that we're on, this way
What's here?
or this
Nothing.
way. Nothing, I don't think. I think it's dead.
No.
Yeah. I just got an accolade. You followed Sakuda into a wall. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I think I like it better. Now that they just redo DS9 because it's like they made it too small.
Too small. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And Starfleet Academy, it's too like caveman for me.
And what's happening over here? Where are these NPCs? What's happening here?
I have no idea. Somebody's doing something.
So these
Yeah, see, they're
NPCs are
disappearing.
with the old walk path, I guess.
Yeah. But those are somebody's doing those because they keep disappearing. They don't show up as NPCs to me. They just show up as like,
No, they do show up as NPCs.
I don't think.
If you click on them, it's like Starfleet Cadet.
Okay, I haven't. Oh, it does say that. Okay. Must be a glitch.
Yeah. Cover shield.
That would be funny. Put them in between two of them, one facing one way, one facing another, with two engineers.
Okay, something is happening. They just moved forward a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a glitch. See, I thought it was one person just like doing it, creating them, but
It's the Matrix.
exactly.
The woman in the red dress. Look
Follow
again.
the white rabbit. I always thought that was funny because you remember, you're probably not old enough to remember, but back in the day there was a group called Jefferson Airplane. They later
No.
became Jefferson Starship.
No.
But there's a song called Go Ask Alice.
Go ask
Right?
Alice. No. Okay.
Some pills make you larger, some pills make you small. Da 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 da. da. Right? and
Okay.
it says "Go Ask Alice," right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's talking about the white, or maybe it's the name is a white rabbit. And so, yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It's like, but they're weird kind of looking. Chasing a rabbit down a rabbit hole.
No. I do like it though, the new stuff that they're doing.
Yeah.
See, this is what they need to do. Update
Exactly.
the game. Update the game.
Well, and like
Give us new
Kronos
stuff.
and whatever needs a big revamp because to me it does. It's
Oh.
like they're living in the Stone Age. It's like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who came up with that?
Yeah. I mean, way back when it might have been cutesy or whatever, but it's like, I don't think so.
No. Just not really happening.
Exactly. Like, I'm done with it. It's like, and it's too spread out for some of this stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
make it closer.
Better. Yeah.
Oh, come on. How many more?
Updated a little bit. Like, how good looked the ESD from the Terran universe? Right, and
Oh, yeah.
I don't mean just, you know, because of the theme, Terran stuff, and no, it just like they got rid of those like holographic
All the dumb
consoles
stuff.
or whatever there was. Yeah, that was good back in the day, but right now, you know, you need to update at least something every
Well, because the game's
3 or 4
progressing
years.
and updating
Exactly.
and everything. And it's like you need to kind of keep up with it.
Yeah.
But I wonder how long it took their 3 interior design people to come up with this. Maybe that's why they haven't come out with any new content stuff because, you know, for the last year and a half, they've been doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, could be.
Who
Could
knows?
be. Just one person finding out all of the details.
Well, yeah, it's a one. I'm kidding, but it's like one full timer and 2 part timers. And the 2 part timers is one guy working part time for half a day, and then logs on, comes in again as somebody else for the other half of the day. But yeah,
So-
they need to do that because it makes it more, like you said, updated to the timeline of the movies and everything else, as opposed to,
Yeah.
you know, the old 1960s version of, you know, even the 1960s, you know, it'd be more reminiscent of what the Gorn would have. You know, the old
Exactly.
show,
Yeah.
the original series,
Yeah.
as opposed to the Klingons. I mean, it's like you're traveling through space, but you're like living in like Fred Flintstone's house,
Exactly.
right? You know what I mean?
How does
It's
that
like,
work?
That's the way it comes across. It's like, ugh. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but good. Hopefully everything goes well with your job.
Yeah,
hunting.
thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm
For you,
hoping
sir?
to hear something positive from mine because it would be like, yes.
Yeah.
I might even buy people ships.
Nice. Alrighty. Guys, hopefully you had a little bit of a good time with us. I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.
Okie doke.